नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवत्योत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। We're reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 5, Chapter 12. Rahugana converses with Jada Bharat. Shloka number 16. Tasmannaro sanga susanga jata jnana sinehaiva vivrikna mohaha harim tad iha kathana shutabhyam labdha smritiryatya atiparam advanah. Tasmannaro sanga susanga jata jnana sinehaiva vivikrana mohaha harim tad iha kathana shutabhyam labdha smritiryatya atiparam advanah. Tasmannaro sanga susanga jata jnana sinehaiva vivikrana mohaha harim tad iha kathana shutabhyam labdha smritiryatya atiparam advanah.
Tasmannaro sanga susanga jata jnana sinehaiva vivrikna mohaha harim tadviha katana suthabhyam labdha smritiryatya paramadvanah. Tasmannaro sanga susanga jata jnana sinehaiva vivrikna mohaha harim tadviha katana suthabhyam labdha smritiryatya atiparam. Tasmannaro sanga susanga jata jnana sinehaiva vivrikna mohaha harim tadviha katana suthabhyam labdha smritiryatya atiparam.
Word to word meaning. Tasmat, for this reason. Naraha, every person. Asanga, by detachment. From the worldly association. From the association of worldly people. Susanga, by the association of devotees. Jata, produced. Jnana asena, by the sword of knowledge. Iha, in this material world. Eva, even. Vivrikna mohaha, whose illusion is completely cut to pieces. Harim, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Tad iha, of his activities. Kathana Shrutabhyam, by the two processes of hearing and chanting. Labdha smritihi,
Labdasmritihi,
the lost consciousness is regained.
the lost consciousness is regained.
Yati
Yati
achieves.
achieves.
Ati param,
Adiparam,
the ultimate end.
the ultimate end.
Advahanaha,
Advanaha,
of the path back home, back to Godhead.
of the path back home, back to Godhead.
Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki. Translation. Simply by associating with exalted devotees, anyone can attain perfection of knowledge, and with the sword of knowledge can cut to pieces the illusory associations within this material world. Through the association of devotees, one can engage in the service of the Lord by hearing and chanting Shravanam Kirtanam. Thus, one can revive his dormant Krishna consciousness and, sticking to the cultivation of Krishna consciousness, return home back to Godhead even in this life. To become liberated from material bondage, one must give up the association of worldly people and accept the association of devotees. Positive and negative processes are mentioned in this regard. Through the association of devotees, one develops Krishna consciousness which is dormant within. This Krishna consciousness movement is giving this chance to everyone. We are giving shelter to everyone who is serious about progressing in Krishna consciousness. We arrange for their lodging and board so that they can peacefully cultivate Krishna consciousness and return home back to Godhead even in this life. Om Agyantimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Svapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guraho Shri Juta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavanscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine
Nirvishesha
Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauradvashe Namaha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhano Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpatarobhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langhayate girim yad kripatam vande Shri Gurum Dinatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram. Hare Krishna. A very nice shloka in the purport, especially for full-time devotees. So very nicely it is mentioned here that how anyone wants to advance in Krishna consciousness, they should associate with devotees and disassociate from the worldly people. So this multiple times in Nectar of Instruction also you see, Rupa Goswami is mentioning Asanga, what is that? Sangha Tyag. This is one. And then we have in the next shloka as well. What is the next shloka? Janasanga. So in the first shloka we have Janasanga, and in second shloka, that is shloka number 2, we have Janasanga, shloka number 3, now we have Sangha Tyag. So this is a very important thing to note, that how when it comes to us as devotees, practicing devotees, we are not Paramhamsas, that we can go and deliver everyone. We need our own, our batteries have to be charged. batteries are charged, spiritual batteries are charged when we are in association of devotees. And when we go out, the same spiritual batteries are discharged because we use it for charging others' battery. Therefore, it's very important that all of us we understand the importance of association of devotees and practicing bhakti in the association of devotees. Therefore, here it is said that how Krishna consciousness movement, it is giving a chance to everyone to associate with devotees, come together and do various activities of devotional service together and inspire each other and walk on this path or run on this path of Krishna consciousness. And Prabhupada is saying that we arrange for their lodging and board also. So whoever is sincere, whoever is serious and he wants to dedicate the life, we arrange their boarding and lodging also, so that they can peacefully cultivate Krishna consciousness and return home back to Godhead even in this life. So the expectation of Prabhupada is very clear. So boarding and lodging is given. So along with that, the expectation is very clear that peacefully we have to practice bhakti and go back, come back to God this very life. For all the preachers and all the devotees in general, for cultivating Krishna consciousness and going deep in Krishna consciousness, Srila Prabhupada always made this point, and he told all his disciples all over the world that all of you have to come to India, to Vrindavan, to Navadvip, and charge your batteries. So the yatras that we go are also part of this, where we charge our batteries. We become Krishna conscious because even when we are there in the association of devotees, we might not be 24/7 just involved in Shravanam Kirtanam. But when we go for yatras, at that time, naturally, the only thing that is available to do there is Shravanam Kirtanam. That's it. And Smaranam. Therefore, when we are going to Dham, it's very important to prepare our consciousness first. Because we are going for a purpose there. We are going there to charge our batteries, our spiritual batteries, so that we can continue practicing devotional service very nicely. Therefore, preparing consciousness is very, very important. And we have been doing this from yesterday evening. So we'll continue. Preparing our consciousness for going for a yatra. So in Navadvip Dham Mahatmya, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur very beautifully, he describes the glories of Navadvip Dham. It's a very nice thing to note that this Navadvip Dham is not creation of Krishna, but it's creation of someone else. And this description comes in Ananta Samhita. So what is this Ananta Samhita? So one day, Parvati is asking questions to Lord Shiva. And this discussion, Narada Muni is having with Gautama. So when Narada Muni is telling Gautama that what Parvati and Shiva are talking, and this is documented in this Ananta Samhita. So now, Lord Shiva is always immersed and is chanting two names, Gauranga and Krishna Chaitanya. Now Parvati is very much curious, what is this Gauranga? What is this Krishna Chaitanya that you are chanting all the time? And then Lord Shiva, he goes on to describe the glories of Lord Chaitanya, glories of Lord Gauranga. And she becomes very, very much attracted. Even I want to chant, even I want to glorify. And then it goes on to describe that how Lord Shiva speaks about the Navadvip Dham. He just mentions the word Navadvip. And there at that time, Parvati, she gets more curious. And what is this Navadvip Dham? What is this all about? So before describing all this, Lord Shiva talks about what is Ananta Samhita. Once, Ananta Dev, he is talking to Shirodakshaya Vishnu. And he is putting forward his desire that I want to go and take darshan of the divine abode of Sri Sri Radha and Krishna. And Shirodakshaya Vishnu is like, where are you getting these desires from? And the description says that Shirodakshaya Vishnu says, even myself, or Garbhodakshayi, or Karnodakshayi, or Brahma, or even Maya Devi for that matter, the material nature, we are not able to get darshan. How come you have got this desire? And he also mentions, you're so unintelligent. Even Brahma, after so much of tapasya, he has not got the darshan. And how will you get? But then he pacifies and then he glorifies and he says that since you have got this darshan, it's very rare. And so I consider you to be very fortunate. And therefore, let me tell you that without getting the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, one cannot get darshan of Sri Radha and Krishna. Now, Ananta is asking that what am I supposed to do now? And here Lord Vishnu is telling him, go to this place called Navadvip and there you do tapasya. And after 10,000 years of tapasya of Ananta Shesh, Gauranga Mahaprabhu, he appears in front of him. And when he appears, Ananta is there in his two-handed form. Ananta is there in his two-handed form, not his thousand hoods. And he's offering prayers to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And he's glorifying Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. His beautiful form, his activities, and various different aspects. And at that time, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu blesses him that you will stay with me. You will stay with me in Vrindavan as my elder brother and here in Navadvip as Nityananda. So at that time, Ananta, when he glorified and when he started describing the glories of the Lord, all that is documented as Ananta Samhita, and that was put forward or that was submitted as an offering at the lotus feet of Gauranga. Why Gauranga? And by the way, Gauranga gave the name Ananta. Ananta, one is because Ananta Shesh glorified, and second is because Ananta Shesh glorified the Ananta pastimes of Radha and Krishna. So this Samhita was called as Ananta Samhita by Gauranga Mahaprabhu himself. So Lord Shiva is talking about this Ananta Samhita, and then he says, from this I'll describe it. So very nicely it is described that how Krishna was performing pastime with one gopi called Viraja. Now when this pastime was getting performed, Srimati Radharani gets to know that Krishna is having pastime with someone else, and then she comes to that place. Where are these two? And Krishna disappears. And Viraja, she just becomes a river. Srimati Radharani is searching, where is he? Where is she? And she does not find both of them. Again this pastime repeats. And again she goes and searches, where are these two? And she's not able to find. And then finally Srimati Radharani, she decides that I should create a place which is guarded very nicely by the rivers around. And there I'll be able to serve my Lord in privacy. Then she goes to a place, a tract of land, which one side is Ganga, other side is Yamuna. And there, by her spiritual potency, by her spiritual power, she creates a very, very beautiful garden. A very beautiful garden with a lot of wonderful trees and flowers. And it is described that both male and female bumblebees were put there. And that place was looking very, very beautiful. And she used this Ganga and Yamuna as the moat, as the protective shield across this entire beautiful garden. In Sri Vrindavan Dham, Krishna plays the flute, the fifth note of Vamshi, and he attracts all the gopis to the Rasa Mandala. But for our surprise, for our astonishment, Srimati Radharani, she was looking around and, okay, this is like Vrindavan, there's no Krishna. So what to do? So Srimati Radharani is the best flute player. She removed the flute and she started playing the flute. And guess what? Her flute was so melodious. The tune was so melodious and so attractive that all attractive personality got attracted, and he came to that tract of land. And there, he was overwhelmed to see the love of Srimati Radharani and the entire beautiful place. And with choked voice, Krishna started speaking, and he started saying that I'm so happy, with your love and devotion. And this place which you have created, since it's dear to me, dear to you, it's dear to me as well. And Krishna, he started saying that I will fill this place with sakhas and sakhis. I will fill this place with whatever paraphernalia needed for our pastimes. And oh Srimati Radharani, or for sure he will not say Srimati, but yes, oh Radhe, I will reside in this place with you forever. I'll never step out of this place. And this place is not different from Vrindavan. It is new Vrindavan, Nava Vrindavan. And in future, intelligent people will call this place, which has got 9 islands, as Nava Dweep. And when this entire talk was going on, at that time, Radha and Krishna, or Krishna, he merges with Srimati Radharani, having this very beautiful complexion. Radha Bhava Dyuti Sulalitam Naumi Krishna Swarupam. So he has the complexion of Srimati Radharani and the Bhava of Srimati Radharani. Very nicely it is described that in Sri Vrindavan, Krishna plays the flute and Radharani will stand on the left of Krishna. And in this form, where they merged, so at that time, Srimati Radharani was there on the left side but in the heart of Krishna. And this beautiful form is called as Gauranga. And when this was seen, when this beautiful form was seen, everyone around, they loudly started shouting, Gaura Hari, Gaura Hari, Gaura Hari. Why Gaura Hari? Because we have Gaurangi and we have Hari. So we have Gaura Hari. And then Lalita Sakhi, Vishakha Sakhi, they were also present there. So Lalita Sakhi, she observed that what happened. And then she transformed herself into a male form and she came there to perform pastime. Looking at that, Vishakha and other Sakhis, they also did the same thing. And all of them, in the male form, they came to that place and they all were performing pastimes with Gaurahari. So in this way we see that this very beautiful place, Navadvip, was not created by Krishna nor Brahma, but it was created by Srimati Radharani. And like Krishna, he has taken a vow that he will never step out of Sri Vrindavan. Similarly, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu or Gauranga has taken a vow that he will never step out of Navadvip. Seemingly he takes sannyas and he goes out to Jagannath Puri, but actually he is always residing in Navadvip Dham. So when Lord Shiva is glorifying, at that time, he glorifies Navadvip very beautifully in this Ananta Samhita. And he says, a person may wander about the earth and visit 1,000 holy tirthas, but if one does not see Navadvip, he cannot obtain Radha and Krishna. So this is a pravachan, this is a Bhagavatam class for Parvati. Speaker, one audience. O Parvati, in just one portion of Navadvip, all the sacred places, sages, munis, devatas, hermitages, Vedas and other scriptures and mantras constantly recite for the pleasure of Radha and Krishna. Then he says, whatever results a person can attain by performance of thousands of Ashwamedha Yagyas, thousands of Vajpaya Yagyas, various types of karma and yoga exercises can be attained 10 million times over just by remembering Navadvip. Navadvip Dham ki jai. What can I say than the results of actually seeing Navadvip? So here Lord Shiva is saying, what to talk about those devotees who will go to Navadvip and witness that entire Dham? O Parvati, if even the most sinful people remember Navadvip just once, they become devotees. Navadvip Dham ki jai. Know this for certain, day by day their bhakti will increase. The earth becomes purified by the dust from their lotus feet. So they remember Navadvip, they become devotees, they take darshan of Navadvip, their bhakti keeps on increasing, and by the dust of their lotus feet, the entire earth gets purified. Hari Bol. Those who live in Navadvip and accept Gauranga as their only worshipable Lord should not be thought of as ordinary mortals. They are personal associates of Gauranga. Just by remembering those devotees, the most sinful persons become purified, and what to speak of seeing them? To see them, one has to go to Navadvip. If Ananta with his 1,000 mouths is unable to describe the glories of Navadvip, how will I be able to do so with my 5 mouths? O Parvati, the wise men know that Navadvip is the only means by which to ascend to Sri Dham Vrindavan. So very beautifully here it is described that how when it comes to Navadvip Dham. Firstly, it is created by Srimati Radharani. So that is very, very dear to the heart of Krishna. And anyone who goes there, all these different things the devotee gets. Because by going to Navadvip, a person is getting a ticket back home, back to Godhead, to Goloka Vrindavan. It is described that Goloka is divided into three parts. We have Goloka Dwarka, Goloka Mathura, and Goloka Vrindavan. And Goloka is divided into two. Goloka Vrindavan is divided into two parts based on the mood of the Lord. So one part is where Madhurya takes over Audarya, and another part is where Audarya takes over Madhurya. So that place where Madhurya takes over Audarya, that is called as Vrindavan. And Lord Krishna performs his pastimes there. And that place where Audarya takes over Madhurya, that is called as Navadvip, the eternal Navadvip, where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is performing his pastimes. So in this way, we have Navadvip in Goloka Vrindavan as well. And the same Navadvip manifests here in this material world so that we can witness that place and we can get purified and ascend back to Goloka Vrindavan. So we understand that Srila Jiva Goswami, he was that personality in a very young age. He came to Navadvip. And look at the mood of Jiva Goswami. He teaches us how to approach Dham. Jiva Goswami, when he was running towards Navadvip, he was loudly shouting, Nadia, 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 Navadvip Dham ki, Navadvip Dham ki. But he was only one, so he was only saying Navadvip Dham ki jai. And he was running towards Navadvip. And as soon as he saw Navadvip from far, the first thing that he did was he paid his prostrated obeisances, his Dandavat Pranam. This is the way, we enter Dham. We respect Dham by paying obeisances as soon as we see the place, because we have heard the glories of the same. Therefore, hearing the glories is very, very important, before we go to the Dham. And there when he went, he understood that Nityananda Prabhu is there. So he asked someone, please take me to Nitai. Please take me to Nityananda Prabhu. And then someone took him to Nityananda Prabhu. And as soon as he saw Nityananda Prabhu, he fainted. And then he gets up and then he offers his prayers. And Nityananda Prabhu is so happy, with his prayers, that he starts giving him instructions. And Nityananda Prabhu tells him that you have come to Navadvip. I recommend that you should go around and see the pastime places of our Lord Gauranga. Then Jiva Goswami, very intelligent, very scholar, he begs and prays and he says that if I have your permission, I would like to request you that you please take me to different pastime places of Gauranga in this place, Navadvip. And Nityananda Prabhu very happily, in that intoxicated mood of always being absorbed in remembering Lord Gauranga, he agreed. And then he said that today, we'll see places around here in Antardvip, and tomorrow we'll go to Simandvip. So Nityananda Prabhu is walking. He is intoxicated in his own mood. And Jiva Goswami is walking behind him. Now when Nityananda Prabhu is walking, Jiva Goswami is walking behind him. So but obvious he can see the footprints of Nityananda Prabhu. And Jiva Goswami, he was taking that dust of footprints of Nityananda Prabhu and smearing all over the body, not just on the head, all over the body. And Jiva Goswami was in ecstasy. First place that Nityananda Prabhu takes Jiva Goswami in this place called Antardvip is a place of Jagannath Mishra. So before I start describing these different things about the travel of Jiva Goswami in Antardvip, one point is we have this entire Gaur Mandala, which is like 100 petal lotus. And between we have 8 petal lotus, that is 16 kroshas. One krosha is approximately 2 miles or 3 kilometers, something like that. So we have 32 miles. And in between, we have this Antardvip. So Antardvip's radius or Antardvip's diameter is 1 mile. So in this way we have this Antardvip, in between. And it is described that how Nityananda Prabhu, he started, speaking about Mayapur. And he started telling Jiva Goswami, I'm telling you secret, don't tell anyone. Because when the Lord is performing his manifest pastimes, Lord does not want his glories to be revealed. Only when his pastimes become unmanifest, O Jiva Goswami, O Jiva, all these different pastimes, the glories of the Lord, along with the glories of this place, will be revealed to the entire world. Till then, secret. Don't tell anyone. Don't tell anyone. So, in this way, Nitai took Jiva Goswami first to the house of Jagannath Mishra. And this place is a place which is called as Yogapeeth. And this Yogapeeth, Nityananda Prabhu started showing. So this is the name, there was a name tree here. So when Lord touched, this name tree disappeared. But by Lord's mercy, again the name tree has appeared for all of us so that we can go and take darshan of that name tree. And then he introduced Sachi Mata and Vishnu Priya and others who were there in the house. And Sachi Mata, with so much of love and affection, she fed Jiva Goswami. Can you imagine eating from the hands of the mother of the Lord? Sitting in the house of the Lord? Yes. And I'm sure it was a feast. And Jiva Goswami was so overwhelmed, with the reception that he started rolling on the ground in that place. The same place is the place which devotees visit when they go to Mayapur Dham. So we have this entire Gaur Mandala. In that, we have Navadvip. In that, we have Antardvip. And the center of Antardvip is the Mayapur. Center of that is Yogapeeth. So in this way, we understand that how this is the center of the whole universe, as Prabhupada says. Because Lord performed his pastimes of manifest pastimes there. So now, when Nityananda Prabhu and Jiva Goswami were there, so there was another personality who joined the group. His name was Vamshivadan. Now, Nityananda Prabhu is introducing Vamshivadan and Jiva Goswami to each other. And he introduces Vamshivadan to Jiva Goswami saying, he is the incarnation of the Vamshi flute of Krishna. And this entire team of three, they start going to the house of Srivas Thakur. Now, to be more precise, this is 200 meters north from Yogapeeth. And when Jiva Goswami, Nityananda Prabhu and Vamshivadan, they were going towards that place, Srivas Thakur also joined, so 4 people in the team. And now they are going to Srivas Angan. And in Srivas Angan, as soon as Jiva Goswami came there, Jiva Goswami could see the eternal Sankirtan pastime that happens in that place where Panchtattva, Haridas Thakur, all of them, they're singing and dancing in ecstasy. Looking at that scene, Jiva Goswami fainted. And when he got up, it was not there. That scene was not there. And Jiva Goswami started thinking, why didn't I take birth some years before? I could have participated in this divine Sankirtan. But anyways, no problem. I'm so fortunate that I got this one moment of darshan of the Sankirtan that eternally happens in Srivas Angan. So Srivas Angan is a place where eternally the Sankirtan pastimes of the Lord happens, where Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Advaita, Gadadhar, Srivas, and all the devotees like Mukunda, Murari, and Haridas Thakur, and all others, they sing and dance and jump in ecstasy in that place. And this is the same place where devotees go when they go to Mayapur. They visit Yogapeeth, from there they go to Srivas Angan and jump and dance in ecstasy, thinking that we are part of that Sankirtan party. Yes. And then Nityananda Prabhu, from there, he took him to the house of Advaitacharya. So Advaitacharya had two houses. One in Shantipur, where he performed his tapasya of fasting and all that, and worshipping Shaligram Shila. And he would do the same tapasya here in Navadvip, in this place also, in Mayapur also. So he takes him to Advaitacharya's house. So from Srivas Angan, 20 meters north is Advaitacharya's house. Very nice. So they were neighbors. And from there, Jiva Goswami was taken to the house of Gadadhar Pandit. And this is just 10 meters east of Advaitacharya's house. So when devotees go to Mayapur, they go to Yogapeeth. From there, they go to Srivas Angan. From there, they go to Advaitacharya's house and Gadadhar Pandit's house. And Nityananda Prabhu was describing that how Advaitacharya, by his call from this place, the Supreme Lord, he descended and he gave darshan to all of us as Gauranga or Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And then Nityananda Prabhu started speaking something very astonishing. He started saying that how this entire Navadvip, when Lord disappears, this entire Navadvip will be submerged in water, including this Antardvip, including this Mayapur, including this Yogapit. And this will remain submerged for 100 years. And after 100 years, this entire place will be uncovered. So Jiva Goswami has a question. तो पता कैसे चलेगा कौन सा place कौन सा है? Which pastime place is where? And then Nityananda Prabhu starts describing, you see that place? You see that place? You see that place? And he points out to some place and he says, this place will be elevated and that will have greenery and that will be Jagannath Mishra's house. That place, will look like this and that will be this particular pastime place of Gauranga. And then pointing at one location, Nityananda Prabhu, he started saying, Adbhuta Mandira Eka Haibe Prakasha Gaurangera Nitya Seva Haibe Vikasa. So Nityananda Prabhu is pointing to that place where devotees go, and that place is Adbhut Mandir. And this Adbhut Mandir is called as TOVP, Temple of Vedic Planetarium. Can you imagine that time, 500 years back, Nityananda Prabhu is pointing and saying, Adbhuta Mandira Eka Haive Prakasha. There will be one Adbhut Mandir that will manifest here, and it will be really Adbhut, really wonderful. Gaurangera Nitya Seva Haibe Vikasa, and there daily worship of Gauranga will happen, and from that place the entire preaching will flourish. And this is what Srila Prabhupada wanted. So you look at the connection with all these, which all these acharyas have. Nityananda Prabhu, the Adi Guru, he is speaking to Jiva Goswami, who is going to be the next acharya after all the 5 Goswamis disappear. And then this Jiva Goswami, he's talking about this place. Then this is repeated by Bhaktivinoda Thakur. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur talks about this Adbhut Mandir. And Srila Prabhupada, he is that person who executes, or he brings this entire prophecy into picture. He manifests this entire prophecy. And we see that how Srila Prabhupada's disciples are coming forward to fulfill the desire of this entire parampara. This is the glory of our parampara. This is the glory of these selfless people. Therefore, when these all glorious people are glorifying this entire place, so where is the question of any doubt? Where is the question of any doubt? Therefore, it's very, very important to note that we are going to a bona fide place. Mayapur, or this Navadvip, is a bona fide place. Gauranga Mahaprabhu is a bona fide personality who is non-different than Radha and Krishna. And the entire process that is given to us to do devotion, to attain Krishna, is a bona fide process. We shouldn't have a tinge of doubt about this particular thing. Not even a tinge of doubt. There's no question. There's no question. Now the question comes, why this is called an Antardvip? Because Jiva Goswami, he had this question, why Antardvip? And then Nityananda Prabhu starts describing. In Dwapar Yuga, Brahma performed a mischievous activity. He stole the cows, he stole the calves, he stole the gopas. And when he comes back to the same place, he sees another set of gopas, another set of calves. And at that time, in front of his own eyes, all those gopas and the calves and the paraphernalia, they turned into the four-handed Vishnu form. And then Brahma realized, I've committed a great offense. And after understanding this, Brahma started begging and praying to the Lord that please forgive me. Please forgive me. But then now chance is over. He had all fortune. He could have participated in the pastimes of the Lord in Vrindavan. But now there is no opportunity. When he started begging and praying to the Lord, at that time Lord said, don't worry, aur ek chance hai. There's one more chance. I'll be appearing in Kali Yuga in a Channa avatar as Gauranga. And during that time, you will also appear, O Brahma. But you will appear in a Yavana family, and on your tongue, 3 lakh holy names will be dancing. And you will be called as Haridas. And at that time, I, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Gauranga, I'll be performing my pastimes. My pastimes which are Gupta, my pastimes which only few devotees will know. Because I'll be coming and performing these pastimes for many reasons. And one of the important reasons would be I want to experience that experience which Radharani gets when she tastes my sweetness. But oh Brahma, sorry, here Nityananda Prabhu is describing to Jiva Goswami. So he's saying, so at that time, when this secret words were spoken, secret, and this secret is also called as Antar, and this secret was told by the Lord to Brahma in this place, and therefore this place is called as Antar Dweep. So in this way, we see that how this entire place is so amazing, that any devotee who goes there with little bit of devotion at least, having faith on the descriptions of the Dham, having faith in this wonderful form of the Lord, chanting the holy names and having this mood of begging and praying for advancing in devotional service, that devotee will advance in Krishna consciousness. So there are offenses when it comes to Dham. I would just like to go through that once, so that when we go there, we can commit nicely. So we have 10 offenses to the holy Dham. Yeah, 10. So Dham etiquette. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur has listed 10 offenses against the holy Dham that we must carefully avoid in order to be fully benefited from our visit to or residence in the holy Dham. First, to disrespect one's spiritual master who reveals the Dham to the disciple. This is always there. This particular thing is a very, very important thing which every devotee should always meditate on, and not to commit this offense. That is disrespecting one's spiritual master. Second, to think that the holy Dham is temporary. And this is also a very important point, which is made here. Because when we read, when we hear about this, the holy place, we understand it is spiritual. The Dham of the Lord is spiritual. Because see, Lord will never come down to a place which is not spiritual to perform his pastimes. So when he has done his pastimes and he is eternally doing his pastimes, it's but obvious that place is spiritual, completely spiritual. So when some person considers this to be mundane, material, at that time it becomes an offense. Therefore, second is to think that the holy name is temporary. Third, to commit violence towards any of the residents of the holy Dham or to any of the pilgrims who come there, or to think that they are ordinary people. Therefore, this is another very important thing, that we don't take our Bangalore consciousness there and start fighting with people or something like that. We respect. Because we understand that people who are staying there, they are all great. In fact, the celestial beings, when they see the residents of Navadvip, they see them having 4 hands, holding Shankha, Chakra, Gada, Padma. So, where is the question of offending the residents? And where is the question of offending the visitors? Because without the permission, without the sanction of Gauranga, no one can enter that place. We will see that even when the tickets are booked, even when people are ready, still there are people who drop out at the last moment. At least I have seen that in so many yatras this happens. Therefore, it's not just taking a ticket and just going there. No, it's not possible just like that. There's a permission, sanction of Gauranga Mahaprabhu that is needed. Therefore, there's no question of committing offense either to residents or to any visitor, because all of them are very special. They're all guests of Gauranga. Fourth, to perform mundane activities while living in the holy Dham. Now, mundane activities are anything and everything that we do here in Bangalore. Yes. So there's no question of doing that in the holy Dham. And then the fifth one, utilize the Dham for personal economic development by commercializing deity worship and Sankirtan in the holy dham to earn money out of doing deity worship or whatever. Sixth, to think that holy dham belongs to a mundane country or province such as Bengal, to think that Lord's dham is equal to a place connected with some demigod, or to attempt to measure the area of the holy dham. ऐसे एकदम मीटर ले जाके yes measuring tape, is it 16 crochets or is it 1 mile diameter, what it is. So all these holy places, they don't belong to the tract of any country or any state. They are spiritual. So there is no question of speaking about the dham in connection with these different places. And then the next one is to commit sinful acts while residing in the holy dham. At least in those few days when we are in dham, we should make sure that we don't commit any offenses or any sins. To consider Vrindavan dham is different from Navadvip dham. So this is also an offense, because both of them, we understood today that how Srimati Radharani has created this Navadvip dham, and in this Navadvip dham we have Vrindavan. We have this entire Vrindavan. And the same personalities, Radha and Krishna, are eternally residing in Sri Vrindavan. And in both the places we see, wherever these personalities are residing, how can that be different? They are the same place. And they are all glorious. The second last one. To blaspheme the Shastras that assert the glorious position of the Holy Dham. So we say that, these Shastras are all gone case. There's no question of reading all this. So blaspheming the Shastras. And the last one, to be faithless and think that the glories of Dham are imaginary. ऐसे कैसे हो सकता है? Just by seeing Navadvip, all my offenses will be gone. Just by taking a dip in Ganga, I'll get the same liberation as that of what these jnanis get. नहीं ऐसा सब नहीं हो सकता. I am so sinful and offensive that even Dham cannot save me. That I'll remain unchanged even after going to Dham. So in this way, these are the 10 offenses to the holy Dham, which we have to be conscious of and not commit, so that we get the full benefit of going and doing or rendering our devotional service there in the form of exclusive Shravanam and Kirtanam. Thank you very much. Navadvip Dham ki, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Any questions? We have 5 minutes.
Thank you so much for sharing about like any reason is mentioned why Navadvip was submerged for 100 years.
No reason as such, which I read. Nityananda Prabhu is describing in chapter 1. Chapter 2. Whenever Lord disappears by his desire, the Ganges will swell. So, maybe in separation, the Ganges will swell. Then again, by Lord's desire, this place will become prominent. So it's Lord's desire that has to be covered. It was Lord's desire that during his manifest pastime that should not be revealed. So it's Lord's desire. But there will be some strong reason also, along with Lord's desire. It's not given here. Godrum Devi. Godrum.
From there he saw that.
Yes. Yes. Especially Yoga Peeth. Because at that time he had this mission of finding that place. Because he was writing these books and using map and all that, he was trying his best. He and Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati, both of them were there together during that incident when it happened. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur was seeing from his house, and then he could see that effulgence coming from that place. Then he goes there, he finds Tulasi and all that. So yes, go through.
Is there any mention where is conversation between Brahma and Krishna mentioned that God will appear as Gauranga and Brahma will take notice? Understood. Is there a Srimad?
Now, which place? Not sure, but here it is clear that Lord is speaking about. Here it is clear that it is spoken in Antardvip. Something like that. Different kalpas, different pastimes take place. There is a Chaumukhi Gaon in Vrindavan. So there also there's a description where Brahma is offering his prayers.
Right. So this in Golok Vrindavan both Navdeep exist and also Vrindavan also exists. So like when we go back, which one we can
It is described that the worshippers of Radha and Krishna, they will be there in Vrindavan. And the worshippers of Gauranga will be there in both. So in two different personalities. Yes. Because it is described that the devotees of Gauranga, they also have forms like Gauranga. So Gauranga is there in Navadvip and he is there in Vrindavan also as Radha and Krishna. So similarly, the devotees also assist Gauranga here in Navadvip and Radha Krishna there in Vrindavan. That's the description which we hear. Nice, no?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. So we'll not miss anything. हम लोग ऐसे बोल रहे हैं जैसे मतलब फिक्स है बस जाना और ऑल सेट ऑल सेट ओके थैंक यू वेरी मच श्री ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की श्री नवद्वीप धाम की श्री भक्तिविनोद ठाकुर की जय जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय